Hello and welcome to today's first trimester flow. I am so excited to get started. Let's meet me down on the mat in child's pose. To widen our knees to the width of our mat and reach on forward. Really let your chest drop. Feel that expansion in your front of your chest as well as between your shoulder blades. As weight distribution begins to change, it's important to keep this strong and open. Inhale. Exhale. Just arriving at your mat here. Trying to let your brain let go. Everything else it's thinking of, maybe scheduling those doctor's appointments, all these things. Just letting it go. Go ahead and come on up to a tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Beautiful. And remember, we're not dropping down. We want to have our strong arms here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. On the next exhale, I want you to take your right leg out to the side. Turn this way so you can see the angle. I'm going to take your right leg out to the side. And it's planted. You'll notice my foot is flat here. My hands stay under me. And we're just gonna go ahead and you can push back and forward. And you'll feel that opening here as well as along your backside. If it feels better to stay in stillness, maybe you're feeling a little bit of first trimester nausea, go ahead and just stay still into this side lunge. On your next exhale, meet me back in tabletop. Inhale. Exhale to the other side. My foot goes flat to the side. Good, and I can rock back a few times or the whole time, whatever feels best. And I can come to stillness and just feel that lengthening. And with yoga, what's great is you don't always need to come in the perfect workout clothes or things like that. Sometimes you're coming in loose fitting or whatever your sweats, if that's all that was comfortable today. This is a workout that doesn't matter. You can just show up as you are and adapt it to what you're feeling today. On your next exhale, meet me in tabletop. I'm going to turn back to the side on my mat. Beautiful. And we are going to move to a low lunge. Now, if your hands are starting to hurt from being down in this position, you can take a towel or a blanket and put them underneath your hands for a little bit more support if wanted. You can also take blocks or a book and support yourself in that to relieve a little bit of the pressure directly at the hands to kind of push back more. So I'm going to take my right leg and I am going to do a low lunge. Okay, we want to make sure that our hips are in line. Beautiful. We want to make sure our foot or our ankle is right under our knee. We just have that low lunge with our knee down and we're going to hold there. If you need even more out of this, you can prop your blocks up even higher, however you would like to. Hold here. Exhale. Just feeling the space arriving in your hips where we often hold stress. I know finding out you're pregnant, being in that first trimester can cause a lot of stress. So we want to make sure we are relieving that. Go ahead and rock back to a half Hanuman. And you'll notice my hips aren't crooked. We want to keep them in line, just like so. And my toe is still up. And I'm feeling that stretch right along here. That helps keep our lower back relieved of pain. Just elongation, space, and keeping things loose is key. Now remember, the relaxin is starting to build up in your body, which is the hormone that loosens our ligaments and things like that. So if you're feeling really flexible, you don't want to overdo it as your body is feeling a little more flexible than it may be. All right, from here, Come back to that low lunge, knee down, and step back to your tabletop. And let's get a little weight off those wrists and rock back to child's pose. Good, back up to our tabletop. And we're going to bring that left knee up this time. Low lunge, knee down. Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my blocks. And rocking my hips back, making sure they're not rocking side to side, staying in line. Leg is in line, toes are up. Keeping my spine, I don't want to roll it like this. I want to keep it as long as I can. Good, back to low lunge. From there, back to your tabletop. Good. Our next flow, we are going to go ahead and push up to down dog. Take your hands, flip those toes under, and you'll want to push up and back, just as so. You can have your feet up, you can be pedaling them out, maybe they're a little bit tight in the calves. You can rock up and down, pushing through that chest. If you're experiencing a lot of nausea, being upside down might trigger that. So you might come on down to a child's pose if so. All right, go ahead and walk up to a forward fold. Dropping that head between your arms. A slight bend in the knees. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Bringing that chest a little bit long, stretch it out, and then forward folding again. One more halfway lift. Good, forward fold. Then I want you to slowly, you can bend your knees and push up if you need to. If maybe you're experiencing a little bit of, you get lightheaded in this, and you can stand, arms overhead. And Tadasana. Beautiful. All right, I want you to step your left foot back. It's facing at a 45-degree angle, and my right is forward. You're straight. We are going to be doing our triangle pose. Arms out to a T. My right arm comes forward and down, and you'll feel this stretch along the back. Beautiful. And then go ahead and step forward to Tadasana. Good, other side. Step your right leg back. Feet 45-degree angle in the back. Arms side. Bring it forward and down. Felt a little hip pop there. Really getting that space and elongation. Good, now stepping forward to Tadasana. Arms go ahead overhead. And a forward fold. Placing your hands down, you can go ahead and step back to a downward dog. Drop those knees to the floor. Turn and sit with our knees bent. Now, if you're experiencing any pain or want comfort, you can also place a blanket underneath you for a little bit of extra support. We'll go ahead. Those feet together, drop those knees out wide, just like so, and you can grab those feet. I want to make sure you check for a long spine. When we do this next move of folding forward, don't want to see rounding like this. I want it to stay nice and strong, and then just as far as you can. Remember that relaxin', don't go too far. Beautiful. There'll be a point with this belly that will grow to a point that this might get a little more difficult, and we will modify and go for that, but right now, your belly might be at the point still where you can fold into this and feel comfortable there. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and push back up, knees up, our Shavasana. Now at this point, we are pregnant. We want to make sure we are going to side. You can grab a pillow, this one's my favorite, or you can just go down onto your arms. So if you are using that pillow, I like to place it in my neck, arm under. Then, I like to keep my knees bent. Go ahead and just close your eyes. Soaking up every minute you have left on this mat, where this is all you are worrying about today. Appreciating your body wherever it is at this point. It is working so hard for you, and you're working so hard taking care of it and baby. Go ahead and breathe, soak up the space, practice being in your own brain, and I'll be quiet now. And start moving your fingers and toes. Taking your top arm, place it down below. You can go ahead and push up to a seated position.